Hi everyone, my name is Denise Backmore and I'm with howcraftcollection.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create my Bohemian Sun necklace. This necklace is created with the new shell beads and pendants just added to the website. A list of the jewelry making supplies needed to create this project can be found on the website in the DIY Inspiration Library under Bohemian Sun. We are going to cut a 55-inch length of brown 3-ply wax linen cording. We're going to fold this cording in half. I always start off all my projects and when I'm creating them, making sure that the lengths are equal. We're going to form a little needle because the wax linen cording is waxy, so it sticks together. And we're going to string the leopard shell pendant. And we're going to bring it down. We're going to pass the cords back through the loop. We're going to pull it tight, and we have just created a lark's head knot. Okay, so now we're going to trim this cording again, making sure it's equal. We're going to form our needle. Okay, using the Philippine carved shell flower lentil, we're going to string this lentil. The inside of this lentil is hollow, so sometimes it takes a couple of tries to string it, but there we got it on the first try. We're sliding it down next to the lark's head knot. And now we're going to form an overhand knot. We're going to hold it right here. We're moving the knot down right up against the bead. And then we're just tightening that knot. So there is our pendant dangle. Now we're going to separate the strands. There's two different ways that we can create this necklace. We can form a knot in between each one of the brown dyed shell ovals, or we can just string them straight out. So I'm going to do a couple examples of the overhand knots between the shells, and then we're going to string the rest. So we're going to string our bead. And I love the luster on these ovals. We're butting it right up against the knot, and we're going to hold it with our hands. We're going to form an overhand knot and just move the knot down. Okay, so there's our first bead. Let's do a couple more. We're stringing the oval shell. We're going to hold it. I use 2 fingers to form my overhand knots. Everybody is different. And then we're going to move the knot down. And push the knot down, making sure it's nice and tight. Okay, let's do one more on this side. And then we're going to string it. Make sure it's butted up against the previous knot. Now we're forming our overhand knot. I'm holding the base of the bead, and I'm just slowly moving the knot down. Okay, so there's that side. Let's do 3 on the other side. through. We're going to bring that down. See how it buds right up against there. It makes a nice focal point. We're forming our overhand knot. We're going to hold it. Now we're moving the knot down. So there's the first one. Form a little needle there so it goes through the bead smoother. Okay. Forming our overhand knot. Moving the knot down. And then tightening the knot. Let's do one more of those. Stringing the bead. Forming our overhand knot. Holding it nice and tight. And then moving it down. Okay, so now I think I'm going to string the rest of these beads onto the cording. This necklace could be created using beading wire. You would form the centerpiece by using a eye pin to string the flower shell and forming a simple loop and then attaching that loop to the shell pendant and then stringing the beading wire, through the loop and stringing your beads and crimping at the end. So that's an alternative if you don't have wax linen cording. And I always go through every once in a while and I tighten the wax. Well, I don't tighten it. I flatten it down so that the needle, it forms the needle at the end. Okay, let's pull those down. And let's form an overhand knot. So let's see, we string 2, 4, 8, 9. So let's do 9 on the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to move these beads down. We're going to form our overhand knot. And like I said at the beginning of the project, you can form overhand knots between each bead. You don't have to form any overhand knots. You can do 2 beads in a knot. It's whatever your preference is. Okay, let's go the other side. String the beads on. See, we just go back with our fingers and make the needle, and it slides right through. Make the needle again. Okay, let's bring the beads down, butt it up to the previous knot. And we're forming our overhand knot. Okay, so that side of the necklace is done. Let's do the other side. There we have 1, 2, 3. Flatten that down. Okay, so we've moved all those beads down. They're butted up against the knot. We're going to form another overhand knot. We're holding the beads at the base, and we're just slowly moving that knot down. And then we're going to tighten it. So there's our strands on each side. We're going to bring the strands together. And we're going to form another overhand knot. And we're just going to move that knot down, tighten it really good. At this point, if you wanted to, you could add little dangle beads. I didn't do that on this particular project, so I'm going to trim the ends. Using my round nose pliers, I'm just going to separate this and fray the ends a little bit. Okay, just go right in between those threads, and then gently bring your pliers up. Okay, we are finished. How to form my Bohemian sun necklaces featuring the new shell beads from howcraftcollection.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.